So, talking into the camera, I'm going to pick my first topic, which was family. I'm hopefully going to be able to get somewhere with it, but I'm going to try to get this to about 5 minutes without having to stop the camera because I ran out of something to say. So, family. I think family is about the end all importance to all things that we do on this world. If we don't have family, it doesn't carry our either our doesn't carry our traditions and us on into the next generation. So that's why I kind of feel that family, yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we're doing what we're doing. Not all of us are meant to have kids. Not all of us are meant to have great big families. But in the end, it's cool to be the aunt that everybody looks up to, or the uncle that teaches kids something. The grandparents that pass on their knowledge. So it's frustrating to see families that don't communicate with each other. Um, that's kind of where I come from, a family that there's not everybody really communicates with each other, which is kind of sad. Um, you know, not all the time is everybody going to get along, but where I find the downfalls with everything is nobody wants to directly tell anybody what their feelings are anymore. It's frustrating to know that somebody needs to tell you something, but they don't want to say it. And facts are hurting your feelings, but in the end, it just destroys your family dynamics. So, if I could tell anybody anything about, having a family is just being honest with each other. Talk to each other, sit down, lay everything out on the table. Even if it's going to hurt at the time, just put it out there and say what needs to be said. So many families, they have secrets and they hide things and they don't want to deal with the immediate pain that it just carries on as a disease that follows for years on end. Um, so, making sure that you have a good family, if either you're young and just starting in it, or if you're in the middle and you're responsible for looking after it, or if you're old and just making sure that you're the glue that brings everybody together at the holiday seasons. At the end of the day, family should be our main focus. That's what we all get up and go to work for. That's why you know, we go have a holidays and spend time with each other. It's I've had a few friends that say, you know what, I don't want to have kids. And kids, I'd say, is probably, in my point of view, like I said earlier, not everybody's going to want kids. Everybody has their own different situations, and each to their own. My situation is kids are important, and that's where I put my values. And I had a friend tell me once, you know what, I don't want to have kids. I said, why don't you want to have kids? Well, it just doesn't suit my life. It's not what I want. And he kind of considered, about going about and making sure that he never could have kids. And I said, you know what? I think you're stupid. And he looked at me, and as a friend, he got pretty upset. And I said, you know what? You need to stop and realize that, you might not want a family now, but you might want a family in 2 to 5 years, and you're going to take that option away from you. So he stopped and he thought about it. He didn't do it. A couple years went by, and he finally said to me, what you told me was important. I didn't realize it at the time, he said, but that's what I was going to want. So, realizing that family is important, you might not always think it at this time period, but make sure you never deny yourself in the future an opportunity. Because at the end of the day, family is the most important thing.